Sitting here around the corner from Anchor Bay in Ala, just relaxing, sitting down on the rocks, breathing my consciousness down the bottom of my being to the point where I can feel the energy of the rocks. I was breathing up the rock energy up through each part of my being, up through the 7 main energy points through the body, which correspond with various glands, feeling each part of my being, just breathing the rock into it and connecting the solid, still, healing feeling of the rock, which is essentially just yourself responding to the rock, and then allowing that energy to circulate into the microcosmic orbit up and through my being, feeling moments of peace, and anxiety arises, a feeling that anxiety is arising in me. But what exactly is the object that I'm calling me, this meanness? Most of the time, not all the time, I'm identifying this physical body that I'm attached to as me. And it's because it has this gravitational pull. This gravitational pull is pulling my consciousness towards it, where I have most of my feelings, and it's getting its power from the earth, from the rocks being a massive part of the earth. From our subjective experience, there literally is no me or self in our experience, because we are the one who is having the experience. And if we're experiencing something and we are the one who is experiencing it, then we cannot actually be an object within that experience. So the object that if we identify with our bodies or we're calling ourselves, is actually just a perception or a feeling or a response from what we are associating with to be our body. In fact, everything we experience is just ourselves reacting. So everything that we experience is not necessarily us or ourselves, but it is a part of ourselves. So everything that we experience represents a part of ourselves. So when we're having a heated and emotional conversation with someone and it triggers an emotional response, it's not to take it personally, because that person, the other person you're talking to, is just responding to a part of myself that they're experiencing, and our subjective experience of the other is actually just a part of ourselves. We are, in an absolute sense, all one, a part of the same one physical experience. Everything that does, and can possibly exist at the one time. And this subjective experience of time and space is merely our own conscious expansion through this the physical part of the most physical part of existence. Keeping in mind, bringing awareness down to our breathing, being grounded in the body that we identify as ours, our responsibility to take care of. And when the anxiety we are experiencing is resolved and we are content, then we move on and we help the experiencing of the other beings around us, because those beings, the beings that we call the other, are made out of the same physical existence that we are. And while I feel like we're different because we are, technically speaking, a different cut out piece of a physical existence, we are still made out of the same components. The most noticeable part that we're attached to, because it has the highest gravitational pull, is the highest point of the physical being the physical body. However, it is mostly made of water, and even still, 99% of it is empty space. We are largely empty space. We were all largely empty space. The empty space, originally there was nothingness. It expanded, and nothingness then became two things. And that multiplied exponentially, created the energy in the universe. That energy eventually condensed into what we call the Earth, and we experience that subjectively as how time evolves. But that's only from our subjective experience, because we're particularly attached to the density of our own physical bodies that we refer to us.